How you doing? Welcome to Wigs and Combat Boots. My name is Teresa and I am so glad that you're here. If you have been here before and you haven't done so, I haven't been asking for folks to subscribe early on in videos because that's usually something I forget until the very end. But I wanted to ask, if you haven't subscribed but you do enjoy this content, to please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Helps me out, helps new folks who are new to wig wearing, new to maybe cancer, and helps them find out, what information's out there, that the whole YouTube algorithm type situation. And I'd really appreciate it because it gets more information out there. Plus, it gets more folks to the family, to the group. And for those of you that are new and just happen to trip upon this video, I appreciate you being here at Wigs and Combat Boots. Mostly we talk about wigs, but we also talk about some of the reasons why I'm wearing wigs anyways, and that usually has to do with cancer. As you can tell, my hair is starting to grow back. It's a long road though. I haven't had chemo, or I haven't had cancer treatment since June. It's November now, so it's been about 5 months. My hair hasn't grown back as fast as it had with previous chemo treatments from other battles with cancer. So it's going to be a long road, and because of that, I'm going to continue enjoying wigs. And even if my hair comes back fully, like it hopefully it will, I'm going to still keep wearing wigs. It's just so much fun. That's one of the things. It was an unexpected side effect of this alopecia, this medically induced alopecia, and I love it. And I've also come to find out that this wig wearing community is pretty tight knit and very supportive. And again, this is what my channel's about. It's about being supportive. I'm relatively new to all this, so I'm learning, and if you're relatively new to it too, we're learning together, and there's nothing wrong with learning. That is for sure. Once you think you stop learning, something's not right. Anyways, the reason for today's video, as you can see in the thumbnail, is about UniWigs. Now, UniWigs approached me, I think it was back in May. I had just found out that I'd relapsed, and I was starting bridge chemotherapy treatment before I would hit the big CAR T-cell therapy treatment, and so I wasn't doing very well. I told them thank you for considering me, but I don't think this is a good time. And then they reached out again a few months ago, and I appreciate that they did. I was starting to feel better. I was still a little weak, but I was starting to feel better, and I thought, you know what, I think this will be a good thing to get me out of my rut. And so I said, I would love to collaborate with you. I hope you don't mind. It's going to be an honest opinion. They said, that's exactly what we want. We want an honest opinion. And we're going to go ahead and offer you a wig to go ahead and review and show your viewers, your subscribers, what we have. So the wig I have today, it's going to be an unboxing basically. I've already taken it out of the mailer that it came in. And that's the thing I wanted to let you know. It didn't come in a box. It came in a mailer. And it came in a beautiful bag that I have behind me. So when you make a purchase from UniWigs, it's going to come in this beautiful velvety kind of bag. It's got their logo in the front there. And I haven't actually taken a look at this wig, but I will tell you, when they told me what wig they thought they were going to send to me, I stalked their website because I wanted to see what I was in for. So inside that velvety bag, you've got this plastic bag. Again, it has UniWigs on it. Let's open this up here. And then we've got the wig inside. Looks like we got a couple of goodies too. So we've got the wig itself. This is the one we're going to review today. Her name is Brownie Mocha, and it's got the information, like her SKU, so her SKU number. And then it also came with a nylon stocking wig cap, and it looks like it came with a couple little goodie type things. These are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, my daughter, she does a lot of crafting. My youngest daughter does a lot of crafting, and it looks like it's just little cute thingies in here. So just nice little decorative things. I think they're cute as heck. And I know my daughter will enjoy them. I'm not as crafty as she is. I used to could be once upon a time. I'm gonna blame the military on that. I lost some of my creativity because I was dealing with nonsense there, but at least my kids got that gene. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at Brownie Mocha. So this is how she's looking as she comes. And I'm hoping you can see her coloring very well. I noticed that some of the wigs that are similar in this collection all have dessert type names, which I thought was interesting and delicious. Again, my youngest daughter likes to bake, and so of course that starts a whole other landslide of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take the netting off because it comes with netting, and she's got a little bit of stuffing in there as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and take, oh, you clever buggers. So they've got the tag inside the hair clip at the rear, so I'm gonna have to take that off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn her inside out so we can take a look at her under the hood, see some of her cap construction. Put this, alrighty. So the first thing you'll notice is that she's got a ear-to-ear lace. It's actually pretty fine mesh lace. I want to say this is about maybe 3 or 4 inches for an opening, so it's almost like a monotop where you can pretty much make your part anywhere within this area and still have that illusion of scalp in here. You'll notice that immediately on the outside of that you've got a little bit of closed wefting. Usually that's where you have permatease, so we'll find out if she's got permatease. We've got a clip towards the crown and each of the sides, and it looks like I can feel a little metal tab there for the stays. So it looks like I've got metal stays kind of there. Now at the rear, it looks like we're looking at a closed wefting type construction. And then we've got another comb at the back. We've got hook adjusters, like bra adjusters, no, hook adjusters, not bra adjusters. And an extended lace nape there. And it's looking pretty nice. This is a synthetic wig, and she is heat friendly. So it's very interesting that she's heat friendly, because considering how she looks like a regular synthetic wig, and she is not. And from what I can see, let's flip her over so we can see how those ear tabs look. It looks like they have also sewn quite a bit of hair at those ear tabs to help with the realism and to kind of hide this interior construction when you're wearing her. So it's a beautiful wig so far, beautiful synthetic wig. Now it's looking like, in terms of color, that she's around, I want to say an 8 or a 10, probably more of an 8 with a little bit of a kind of reddish, so it's like a medium color. And I love this color. But because she's heat friendly, one of the things that we have to be aware of is the upkeep, and upkeep does require heat. So if you're not into that kind of upkeep, if you don't want to have to deal with heat styling or heat fixing, especially on the ends when they become frizzy, where usually from getting rough around the neck and stuff like that, especially as we go into winter, then this might not be the wig for you. You might want to look for a synthetic style that is not heat friendly. Now I'll have to double check on UniWigs website, but from what I could see, most of their wigs are heat friendly. They also carry human hair wigs. So I'll have to double check that for you on whether or not they also have just straight up synthetic that is not heat friendly. So here we go, let's go ahead and put her on. Now I haven't done anything to her, haven't shaken her out. I just took her straight out of the bag just like you saw. Sounds like the laundry's done. And we're gonna go ahead. Those metal stays are in there. They're small, but they're definitely there. And it's funny that I have to look for my hairline now because I'm not used to having hair. All right, so initially, let's get her semi-brushed out. So they've got her sent with the center part. You can definitely see the lace front here, which is at first appearance maybe a little bit lighter than my skin tone. So what I'll probably end up doing is put a little bit of powder on the next time you see her when she's getting ready to be styled and stuff like that. I'll also trim the lace before I do that next video, so she'll look a little bit more natural. It'll be just basically straight up styling her, so you can see what she's able to be, what we're able to do with her. I do love this color. I think when I was a little kid, my hair might have been this color. It's been so long, but it is a beautiful color. The fiber is very fine and it's very soft. It's really easy to run my hair through there. I don't see any shedding right now as I've been pulling my hair through there, and there have been some synthetic wigs that I have just barely run my hair through and they're already starting to shed. This is not the case, as you can see here. Now, I'm not usually a center parter. If you watch my videos, you know that I have a tendency to part on the left-hand side, and if you were looking at my Christopher Walken hair earlier, you saw that it had the whole cowlick situation. I have several cowlicks, but the one cowlick that's over there has a tendency to make me part on the left side. But because of that large open area with lace on top, your parting options are huge. You can go left, middle side, right side, left side. You've got all those kinds of options. And because of that lace front, check that out. For as dark as this hair is, those knots are actually not half bad at all. Of course, you can see my hair a little bit underneath it. I probably should be wearing a wig cap. I gotta get used to that now because I'm not used to wearing wig caps, which is probably what I'll be wearing when I do style her, so she'll look a little bit more realistic. But yeah, the actual lace in there is not bad at all. Now, to camouflage any of the parts, if you were to do it, so that would be a center part, what I would do is put either powder or some foundation to camouflage that, make it look more like skin. And that's really wherever you want to have her parted. Let's see here. Let's do, just for kicks and giggles, because she is straight out of the box and she is preformed or preset to be parted down the middle. Let's do it on the left side, just to see what happens. Now you see how she's wanted to go back to her original setting? What I've seen other seasoned influencers do is try to style her, try to basically orient her knots to the direction that would fit best for you. So that's what I'm doing here. I know the wig nurse, she does hot hands, and she runs her hands through really hot water, as hot as she can stand, and then she puts her hands on the fiber and just leaves it there until it stays. And that particular technique is useful even on non-heat friendly synthetics. It'll also work on heat friendly synthetics. So I haven't done that, but I'm trying to do this technique so it's not as invasive, and it looks like it's actually staying, so that's pretty nifty. I like the style because it's not super long. When I first started my wig journey, I was trying really long wigs because my hair was really long before chemo took it all away. And then I quickly found that I felt a little bit overwhelmed by the length. So this is actually a very reasonable medium length. So it's beyond your shoulders. I'm about 5'2", 5'3", and this is falling right below my collarbone. If you ever had a port, it's right about where the port would be at your chest, so above your bust. But it feels very light. Now, it's interesting that I say it feels very light because the way UniWigs describes her is they basically say she's got she's actually 130% density, which is pretty close to your human hair density. So it actually feels like light density to me. That's what I would say, that she's a lighter density kind of thing. They've got her measurements as 16 inches, but that's the overall length, the longest part it is. So 16 inches is not very long. It's a very good medium length, but you'll also notice that she's got layers all throughout her. So that's what's helping with the shape. She's not a straight like that. So this right here, I am about 8 inches from forehead to chin. So I want to say that this particular layer is getting close to 8 inches, maybe 7.5. So she's got some face framing type layers at the front. And so however you want to style that, when it comes to either curling it or leaving it down when you want to style it and put it up and stuff like that, I just want you to know that she does have shorter layers than the 16 inches that they indicate. And she is an average size. So average is typically about 22-inch circumference around your scalp. I'm about a 21.5-inch circumference myself. Now with my Christopher Walken hair, the poofiness, it's probably pushing almost 22 inches, but myself I know is 21.5. So she is average friendly. If you're getting larger than that, I haven't adjusted the straps, but I don't know that she could go much more than 22. She'd be able to to 22.25. I think 22.5 might be pushing it, but she is actually very stretchy. So you do have some space, at least when you come to this distance right here, of which I'm about 11 inches. So she's got more space in there. So if you're 12 or maybe even almost 13 inches, or you have a lot of hair, you might be able, depending on the length of your hair, to be able to tuck her in really well without any issues. Now again, 130% density, which is pretty darn near natural density for straight hair, fine hair. It's a low density, so I think you'll love it. Now I don't have a weight for her, but I can tell you this is definitely all weight, all day wearable, especially for sensitive scalp type folks. So I just wanted to throw that out there. It doesn't hurt me to give it a thumbs up because if anything, makes the video more searchable for other folks who are looking for content just like this. Alrighty folks, so that's it for now, but don't forget I'm going to be doing more stuff to this wig right here. I'll have all the links available below so you can take a look at her yourself if you're curious. I know that there's a sale as of this video right before Thanksgiving, but I also have my own discount code. They were gracious enough to offer a discount code, so if you would like to, it's called Wigs N20. So it's the beginning of my title, so Wigs and Combat Boots. And that's the discount that I can offer you regardless of what time of year it is. But for right this very second, that they have a 20% off sale anyways. So I just wanted to let you know about that. All right. Well, I hope you guys are doing well out there in YouTube land. I hope that I'll get to see you come back here because it makes me happy to talk with you. And then, as always, I want you to have an awesome rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. All right? We'll look out for each other. I'll talk to you later and see you in the next video.